A pretty fierce statement there, despite it ending with President Trump saying he has enormous affection and respect for President Xi.
Right. He is, but he is certainly trying to keep up pressure on the President Xi with these new tariffs. Now, they're 10% now. That is designed to give U.S. businesses some time to adjust supply chains and the like. They're scheduled to kick up to 25% next year as part of the whole process to keep up pressure on China. Now, they have excluded some items from those tariffs, including things like smartwatches, Bluetooth devices, children's car seats, and that is designed to at least ease some of the way for U.S. consumers. But nonetheless, those impacts are going to be felt in a broad areas of commerce for the U.S. This now brings about half of all Chinese imports under these tariffs, and as I said, they're going to be escalating next year to 25% if there is no breakthrough on the diplomacy front.
I suppose if you were an optimist, you could look at this and say, well, they're starting off with 10%, there's some exclusions. Does it leave, I guess, any kind of a door ajar for these potential trade talks that we heard were in the making?
Right. Well, there have been some formal contacts, but not since last month. And Treasury Secretary Mnuchin was trying to set something up with the Chinese government to have some more trade talks. China has indicated, though, that if a new round of tariffs came about, they would reject any such discussions. They've also promised to retaliate with their own tariffs on U.S. imports, things like liquefied petroleum gas, and liquefied natural gas, and aircraft. So there is not a real clear path toward a diplomatic breakthrough. The president will have an opportunity perhaps to see President Xi at the Group of 20 meeting at the end of November in Argentina. So that could possibly offer some potential for a breakthrough, but right now we're sort of at a standstill.
Joe, we have heard from UBS Group saying that even a 10% tariff would slow the U.S. economy in the fourth quarter enough for the Fed to halt its rate hike in December. What are we expecting to be the impact on the U.S. economy, whether it's on consumers or just the economy as a whole, if these tariffs are implemented on September 24th?
Well, it certainly will start affecting U.S. consumers, raising prices for a wide variety of articles, which also could have some political impacts for the president and his party. They will be hitting about the time that U.S. midterm elections are taking place, and as consumers are sort of prepping for the holiday season. That could cause a slowdown. How much I'll leave to economists to assess what the impact would be. But it is certainly going to have take some bite out of U.S. Spending by consumers and raise some costs as well.
So tell us exactly what these new tariffs are on, because we know that the U.S. has been insisting that Section 301 on intellectual property, that China's treatment of intellectual property has been flawed.
Right, and that is one of the pressure points that the U.S. is trying to put on the Chinese. Now, there's a wide variety. It covers pretty much about half of all Chinese imports to the U.S., excluding those items I mentioned earlier. That was part of an appeal by some U.S. manufacturers, particularly Apple's CEO Tim Cook, who is consulted with the White House and done some lobbying to lessen the impact of tariffs. These are also things that consumers regularly either want to buy or need to buy, such as infant car seats, things like that, as well as goods like an Apple Watch. So, but it nonetheless will have sort of a ripple effect across a wide variety of products that U.S. consumers are spending on and have become quite accustomed to lower prices on.